Are you considering a move to Richland Chambers Lake? You may want to think again. We are going to dive into the top 5 reasons why this lake may not be the perfect lake for you. Now, this information is my own personal opinion as someone who actually lives here on Richland Chambers Lake, but also the feedback from many of the clients we have helped move here to Richland Chambers. Also, these 5 reasons are not in any special order. We are just breaking them down for you. So, here we go. First one is going to be the lack of nightlife and entertainment here. If you thrive on a vibrant nightlife and entertainment options, Richland Chambers Lake may leave you wanting more. I'm not going to say we are completely boring with nothing at all to do, but when it comes to having multiple options of things to do any given day of the week, we will not have that. And this is sometimes a deal breaker for those looking to move here. However, the things you can find here around the lake are live music at the Harbor and Marina or Pelican Grill off of Highway 287. Some subdivisions have their own meetups, or if you're a woman, you can join the Women's Club on Richland Chambers Lake to get in on those meetups as well, or drop into the few events that are thrown on around Richland Chambers Lake throughout the year. For a little more nightlife, though, you will actually make your way into Corsicana, which, depending what side of the lake you're on, you're going to look at about 15 minutes from Corsicana 75110 side and about 30 to 40 minutes from the Streetman side of the lake. See, here in Corsicana, you will find local shopping at boutiques, restaurants, and all your amenities that you need. There are a ton of events that are happening throughout the year here thrown by the Corsicana Main Street community. But you can also find great live music at Showman's Movie Bowl and Grill. They have some of the best food I have had personally here in Corsicana. You can bowl here, play pool, catch a movie, play in the arcade, or you can head outside where they actually host live music pretty regularly and outdoor games as well. Other options are the local brewery that has a great outdoor hangout spot that you can bring your own food, but I hear they're doing their own kitchen now, and they will occasionally have a food truck out there as well. Across the street, there is the Corsicana Opry, and they have live music and dancing there as well. So all in all, that's about as much as you're getting when it comes to the nightlife here. If you're looking for a little bit more of a faster pace of living, Cedar Creek Lake might be a better option for you than Richland Chambers Lake. Number 2, the country feel. Country living, it can be charming, but it's not for everyone. Like I mentioned, when it comes to the distance from our nightlife, it's the same for grocery stores. On Richland Chambers, you will have a couple gas stations and diners, but Richland Chambers really gives off more of a country feel. Majority of what you will pass on your drive here is going to be farmland, more farmland, some subdivision communities, a couple homes off the main road, but a lot more open land. So please do not be surprised when coming to visit here for the first time that it just might be a little bit more of a culture shock if you've never stepped foot out of the Metroplex. And depending what side of the lake you are on, Corsicana, Current, or Streetman side, that will make a big difference as to the feel you get with Richland Chambers Lake. All right, number 3. I feel personally this one isn't really a reason, but it's an objection I hear a lot that maybe not even an objection, but instead this is something I have to talk about with my clients that just might not be okay with you. And that is the water fluctuation levels here on Richland Chambers. You see, Richland Chambers Lake is a reservoir, and it can experience water fluctuations, which honestly, which lake doesn't? But anywho, Richland Chambers Lake has some water fluctuations. And as of June 20th, 2024, we are just slightly above that conservation level, which is 315 feet. Anything over that 315 is used for temporary storage of floodwaters and is actually released through the dams on the south side of the lake. Now, when we talk about a drought, this happens about every 6 to 8 years on average, the last time being in 2022. And the lake is actually backfilled to capacity once the next spring rainy season comes in. So like I said, it's not really an objection, as once every 6 to 8 years, the lake view from your home may not be the best, but no worries, it will be back full come around that next spring season. Number 4, HOA Management. Many areas around the lake, Richland Chambers, are managed by homeowners associations. And if you're someone that does not want someone telling you what to do with your property, this lake may not be the one for you. And there are a handful of areas that have no HOA, and even fewer areas that have no restrictions. I mean, very few with no restrictions at all. So just know if you come here, you can pretty much throw a rock and hit a subdivision that is managed by an HOA. I do want you to keep in mind though, an HOA has its plus sides. I'm sure you know, if it's amenities that offer like access to the lake, swimming pools, or a clubhouse, but also maintenance of the areas. I really do believe we have some of the best subdivisions on the lake here on Richland Chambers. And if you want to get a feel of kind of the HOAs and communities, just drop me a message and let me know what you're thinking. I'll give you my honest opinion. And number 5, the internet service here. High-speed internet can be a challenge around Richland Chambers Lake, especially depending the side of lake you are on. You have internet options, but they are limited. And this is something that should be looked into, especially if you work remotely or you rely on internet for entertainment and communication, which I mean, who doesn't these days? Some options we do have are NextLeak, Windstream, T-Mobile, Home Gateway, Starlink, Backroads, and One Isolation. This is something that's constantly being improved, and availability will depend on the side of the lake you are on, the makeup of your property, we're talking about trees and stuff, and the proximity to a tower. So you do have options when it comes to internet services. However, this is something that could be a deal breaker for you. I really suggest looking into this before securing a property here if it's top on your list. Now, we've gone through the top 5 reasons why Richland Chambers Lake may not be the perfect fit for everyone. Whether it's the laid-back lifestyle with limited nightlife, the country feel with fewer urban conveniences, the occasional water level fluctuations, the widespread presence of HOA management, the possible challenges of finding that internet. Each of these factors can significantly impact your experience here. But let's be clear, while these aspects might be deal breakers for some, they also contribute to what makes Richland Chambers Lake such a unique place for those that are looking to move here, and many people do. The environment, the community spirits, the natural beauty, the unmatched and peaceful retreat that many people love to call home, myself included here on Richland Chambers. So if you're someone who values a laid-back lifestyle over nightlife, enjoys the rural charm over the urban chaos, appreciates the community and management that comes with an HOA sometimes, and is okay with a little bit of planning for internet service, the Richland Chambers Lake could very well be your ideal haven. I encourage you to weigh these points and consider what truly matters to you at home and a community when looking to move to Richland Chambers Lake. And if you have any questions or you need any further insights about living around Richland Chambers Lake, feel free to reach out. I'd love to be that resource and help make a smooth move for you here to Richland Chambers Lake. Again, we help people just like you that are looking to make a move here every single day, and we would love to do the same for you. But until then, stay curious and keep exploring. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around.